Hello, Cancer. How's it going? My name's Kayleigh. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Just lighting some sage up for you guys. So yes, I'm doing this reading in my room, as you can see. Yeah, I just did such a lovely job on my makeup. I could not record tonight. So this will be a reading for the remainder of the Mars retrograde period, which will last until the beginning of November. I forget the exact date, but sorry. I wanted to get these out before Mercury goes retrograde. And yeah. So, how has the retrograde been treating you guys so far? My little sister, who's a Cancer rising, has had some hilarious but not so hilarious stories. For this reading, I'll be using the Druidcraft Tarot. Put that right there. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, I am offering them. My email is in the box down below. I also do daily or near daily Elder Futhark readings. Wow! Okay, alright. The cards are excited. So clearly this was needed. It's my goal with this channel, by the way, just to share some of the love and light that I feel on a daily basis, and to try and help people that may be not going through a very good time. What better time than now? So, okay, they're ready. Cards are ready. So I'll be doing a 9-box spread. And I'll look at them going vertically like so, and then horizontally, and we'll see what comes up for you, Cancer. So at the very bottom of the deck, we're starting off with the King of Swords. This is someone that is very clear in the decisions that they make. They're very insightful. And you can actually tell that he is actually quite opulently dressed. He's got quite a bit of bronze and or gold on him. So to me, that really indicates that he or she, they will make the decisions that they need to in order to further advance their kingdom, their life, whatever the case is for you. They don't go back on those decisions. But an important thing I've picked up from these cards is this king here, his land is barren. Doesn't have any greenery around him. There isn't a river in the back here, which kind of tells me that he's probably, well, it's kind of far away. So it's like he's got this look on his face. It's like he knows his emotions, but he's very far removed from them. And that is very different for a Cancer. Interesting. So maybe there's something that you need to be more analytical about, but let's see. In the very center of the read, what kind of came out while I was shuffling was the Five of Pentacles. Typically indicates a sense of lack in the material realm. All right, so this first row, this is kind of exciting actually. The very first row, we have the Ace of Wands, the Four of Cups, and then the Ace of Swords. The Lady of the Lake. I love the image on this card. It's awesome. All right, and then the middle row, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Fool. The Fool. This happy dog. I love it. And then the last row, Ten of Wands. Whoops. Ten of Wands, Four of Swords, and Ten of Swords. 2 tens and 2 aces on either side of each other. Wow. Ace of Wands, Ten of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ten of Swords. What? Cancer. This is serious. Okay, so in the first row, how I'm kind of viewing this is, well, it's like a recent past kind of thing, right? So this could be what has unfolded since the beginning of Mars retrograde, or like where you were sitting at the beginning of this period, which started in September 9th. And then the middle row, I'm seeing like what's going on for you right now. And then the last row is like how Mars retrograde may unfold, what might happen after the Mars retrograde ends. Yes. And then top row's like our mind in the ethereal, angelic realm, however you want to view that. Middle realm's like what's happening in your heart, what's manifesting, and then the bottom is like what's grounding you. Maybe even like obstacles, stuff like that. So, Ace of Wands, Four of Cups, Ace of Swords. So at the beginning of this period, you definitely had 2 new beginnings thrust upon you. Or perhaps even they were the same thing or same person or situation, just they had 2 different flavors to them. Or 2 different scenarios. Like, really, you tell me. You tell me, Cancer. So, the Ace of Swords. I'll give you a little bit of a closer look at that. The stag here in Wicca, in Druidry and Wicca, represents like the summer and fire. So that's why it's on the Ace card here. And like, this is a very powerful Ace. It's coming from the center of the sun. It really indicates that whatever passion this was that was ignited comes from source. And then the Ace of Swords is reaching up out of the lake like this is the truth. Some insight, some communication came to you. But then you got the Four of Cups. Right in the smack dab in the middle of these two. The Four of Cups really gives this sense of like, it's almost like it's too much. You can read it a few different ways. I see it as luxury, and luxury is great. I like soft things. I like good fruit, good food. I'm a Taurus sun. I love good food, good wine, and good sex, right? However, with luxury comes complacency, and when that happens, you know, we forget to see the blessings that are really there. It's almost like universe has a cup here for you too, but you're very much like torn between a passion and a logical route. That's kind of what I'm feeling here, and I just got chills, so I'm gonna go with yes. Something has you totally torn. And right now you're sitting in this space of I can't even decide. Makes me think of exactly what I was talking about with this King of Swords here. How he's being very analytical, but he doesn't have any of the feminine element to bring abundance into what he's got going on with his kingdom there. Middle row. 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, and the Fool. Both the 7 and the 5 of Pentacles speak to a sense of lack in some way. And both of these cards they're not looking at. You can't see their face. So with the 5 of Pentacles, this is... in the Hermetic deck that I've been practicing with, this is the Moon in Taurus. And the Moon actually loves being in Taurus. It's like I just mentioned, Taurus energy. It's all about comforts and stuff. But she's unaware of something that's happening around her, or perhaps willingly ignorant to something that's happening around her. You also have in the card here, in the art of this card, there's this dog chasing a hare, which really brings to mind, especially with the culture of tarot that's on YouTube, of the twin flame stuff, of that runner-chaser dynamic. But essentially, what I really get from that is the more you chase something, anything, whatever it is, and the more you put out to the universe that I need this, I have to have this, I don't have it right now, the universe just goes, yes, you're right, you don't have it right now. You're gonna keep not having it right now. And it's funny because, like, it's right after this 4 of Cups, so they feel very energetically similar to me. Okay, and then above them, so in the ethereal, what you're thinking on or fixated on is the 7 of Pentacles here, which 7 by itself, just speaking about numerology, is a very magical number. It's about manifestation, godliness, and ascension, and wonderful things of that nature. But the 7 of Pentacles is like there is a task that has not been finished, has not been completed, and maybe you're abandoning that task. But I mean, in the picture here, he's preparing for a ritual. He's got a ceremonial knife and he's cutting, I think it's holly, I'm not 100% sure, but he's preparing for some kind of ceremony. And then the Fool. This is taking a leap of faith into a new universe. It is trusting your instinct. Anytime you see a man and a dog, this is a man that is in touch with his wildish nature, his instincts. The reason why I say specifically a man and a dog is because a woman, a healthy woman anyway, is already in touch with her wildish nature and her instincts. Men need, sorry if you're a dude, but men need their counterpart. I'm not saying that a man can't be in touch with his intuition and his wildish nature. It's just that that's how it's symbolized in stories and myths and tales of old. By the way, if you have never read Women Who Run with the Wolves by Clarissa... oh, shoot, I forget her name. I'm going to link it down below, but Women Who Run with Wolves, absolutely amazing piece of literary work. Oh, hey, that's the holly that you just cut from the bush. What do you know? Okay, check it out, check it out. cutting this, preparing for a ritual of some kind. There he is, with it in his hand, ready to go on his adventure. Interesting. Okay. I feel like near the beginning of this period, you got some wicked insights and a passion was ignited. But it just has not manifested in your material realm right now. And that has definitely got you feeling this major sense of lack, like you don't have it now, and that really sucks. But like you've been doing some spiritual or mental work, both, to prepare yourself for whatever it is that is incoming. And then at some point you decide to go for it and just cut your losses and go. That's really cool. Just got chills again. So then this last row, 10 of Wands, 4 of Swords, 10 of Swords. Ouch. Cancer. Savage. Okay, so the important thing about 10s is this. This is the ending of a cycle, the most that this is ever going to get for this particular suit, and then the beginning of a new cycle. Whew. But I mean, 10 swords in your back feels really crappy. So does the 10 wands. Like, this is carrying a lot of burdens, right? This is like feeling oppressed. This is like you want to go on an adventure, but there are obligations and duties and maybe even not that. Maybe it could even be like there's just obstacles coming into your path that you have to or feel you have to take care of that is stopping you from taking this adventure as the Fool and going to whatever new passion you want to pursue. Yeah, and then the 10 of Swords, like I said, 10 swords in the back, man. That's rough. The only thing about these cards, so the 8, 9, and 10 of Swords are cards of Gemini. And they always get a bad rap. I mean, look at the art. It sucks. However, these situations are here for you to learn discipline and ultimately to like improve yourself and your mental work, your mental agility. And then the 4 of Swords, this speaks of rest. This speaks of just taking a breather. Even if it's temporary, it's necessary. I was actually having a conversation with a friend of mine about how it can be so hard to sit down and do something that you enjoy doing that's not work or productive. And we've been like essentially we've been brainwashed into believing that we have to be working all the time and doing something productive in order to be a like worthwhile member of society. But the fact is, you can completely burn yourself out 100% if you are always working. And then when you burn out, you're not able to enjoy life, first of all. Secondly, you no longer become a productive member of society because you're burnt out. So it is productive to rest. It is productive to enjoy things in life. If you're not taking time to play, then like this is the energy that you walk around with. It can be really, really important. So Cancer, with this retrograde happening in your 10th house. Oh, right. With this retrograde happening in your 10th house, um, with it squaring the gnarly stellium in your 7th house, your relationship house, it's very, very important for you to take time from work to rest and relax and enjoy yourself with the people that you love. Um, Otherwise, you'll be like this guy. I mean, yeah, it's great to be a king, but the king will only ascend to the place of the emperor. This guy, once he re-embraces his emotions and realizes that not everything is about like the most logical, best decision. My wording is weird tonight, I'm sorry. That's okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at these going like this, because we might be able to get a little bit more out of here, especially with this wand and sword pattern. Yeah, so let's start at the bottom. Ace of Swords, the Fool, 10 of Swords. Ouch. Oh, I don't want to do this reading. Sorry for laughing. So, you had an insight, a communication, perhaps. And maybe this made you feel like perhaps this is just a feeling that you're a new babe in the universe and nothing is quite as it seems. And you have to trust that intuition. You have to trust your intuition and not overanalyze it, because if you overanalyze it, you get into what they like to call analysis paralysis. I've heard this talked about a few times. Yeah, you can definitely get stuck in overthinking and overanalyzing and then not moving. In the middle, 4 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. Oh, I literally just noticed that there's 2 4s in this row. So 4s, that number speaks of stability and having a safe home base. But with the 4 of Cups, there's this sense of, like I was saying with the comments on luxury, there's this sense of, actually, I didn't mean to do that, but I just did the thing that she's doing on her hand. She's doing on her face right now. It's like, should. The word should is coming to mind. Like, I should be happy with what I have. I should be content with this, but it's not enough. And the 5 of Pentacles is like that exact same feeling. Like, the dog's not lost. She's just chasing a rabbit. And hopefully you're able to take a minute to sit down and rest and pause and maybe meditate and find some things to enjoy rather than focusing on everything that doesn't seem right. Just lost a card. And then this top row, Ace of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. New passion, new inspiration from source. Preparing for this is you preparing for these new things to come in. And you need to drop these burdens. There's definitely this sense of like, there's something that you have to get rid of and something that you need to prepare to accept into your life. And those two statements really, they really do go together, because it's like, you can't, I shouldn't say you can't, it's very difficult to accept something new coming in if you're still holding on to something that you should let go of, or that you're being led to let go of, but you're ignoring spirit about it. Awkward head scratch. So I definitely feel like, especially with this King of Swords here underneath, that you're overanalyzing something and spending way too much energy and time and mental space contemplating, and you're stuck in this lack. Yeah, you're stuck in this lack. And it's really hard to say whether this is to do with work or your home life. Honestly, it probably, if it's happening at work, it's probably mirroring something at home, and vice versa. Or even in your love life. If it's happening in your love life, it's being mirrored in other areas of your life. So that's really how this show works. If you don't pay attention to Cancer, for you especially, if you don't pay attention to what's happening in your roots, in your home, in your family, it will be reflected in your public areas of life. Yeah, I just get a very, very deep sense of dissatisfaction and a desire to change it, but it's like you're completely stuck. Either if, oh, I just got major chills again. It's like you're stuck because you are holding on to a sense of obligation to do something or be a role for somebody. And the message from the cards is really to contemplate that. And yeah, contemplate it, but don't get stuck in the analysis paralysis. Because there is abundance around you. There is newness, and there is passion, and there is truth. And the truth will set you free, Cancer. Wow. The truth will set you free. You know what would be really interesting? Is if when Mars turns direct and goes forward again, if these cards flipped and it was like, you let go of this, go on an adventure with some truth, and you drop the burdens, cut your losses, abandon what hasn't been working, engage in some new things, and then bam, reignition of passion. That would be hilarious. My right ear just started ringing. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, Cancer. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you're looking for a personal reading, definitely email me. My email's down below. And is there anything else that I need to say to Cancer? Yes, there is something else I need to say to Cancer. This crap that you've been holding on to that you thought was great but really isn't, you need to let go of it and you need to move on. I love you. I love you. once you do this, the real emotions can flow, and the stuckness and the sludge that you've been stuck in for the last little while will melt away or wash away if you allow the waterfall to flow over you. There you have it, Cancer. Have a good October. Yeah. Love you guys. Bye.